The East has a lot to learn from the West. The West has a lot to learn from the East. But the West and the East has a lot to learn from the North. Why there is enterprise wisdom in the East, there is corporate wisdom or management wisdom in the West, there is political wisdom in the North.
The question I wanted to ask, why would Bola Tinubu delegate somebody to a conference of that magnitude if he's there? We are going to be seeing a president who will be delegating his duties to the vice president all through the 4 years if he wins. That's what we are going to be seeing.
This election is actually between Bola Tinubu and Waziri Atiku Abubakar. And the people who pushed Peter Obi to run, they are backers of Tinubu. They wanted a situation whereby they wanted to give Bola Tinubu an edge.
Well, what? My wonderful people, as I watch the video, they come. When they say why Tinubu not go the conference, MB conference, and this our pastor David, the general overseer of the May, he can't talk Bokuti. He say few things me I could talk him. He say he good. He say the North people. He said most of them know they go school. They just go normal primary school. They go just join to inside market. He say if may they make power, say at least maybe they finish school before they enter market. Say now make us their women they go outside go they marry and say that they make the verse. He say make they unite together. He can't make a circle with a theory of a member. Say now so the love. East supposed to left for west, west supposed to left for east, east and west they were supposed to left for
west has a lot
north.
to learn from
listen
the
to the
East.
contour for the end.
But the West and the East has a lot to learn from the North. Why there is enterprise wisdom in the East, there is corporate wisdom or management wisdom in the West, there is political wisdom in the North. These people are masters of the game. Governance. Anybody that takes them for granted is doing it at his own. Three of you hold your hand and form a circle. This is what God wants to see now. You form a circle. This is what God wants to see. And then the current will be flowing around. After a while, the deficiencies of the East has been balanced by the resources of the other two. And after a while, the deficiencies of the North. Can't you see how Nigeria and see them is the biggest? When you hear that Nigeria is the poverty capital, it's the North that is dragging us behind. In case you don't know, is it not? Why? Because of neglect of human capital. That's where you see human resources wasting like nothing. The deficiencies of the North will be balanced by the resources of Southwest and South. Those who are in the North opposing missionary activities, you're opposing development. Because they are the only ones who can come build you schools without asking government for money. Build your NGOs, build your hospital, educate your youth, educate all that. Stop attacking God's people and get an understanding of brotherhood. That's what Africa needs to leave the third world status and move to first world. I believe in a type of Islam, the type I go to Dubai to see, the type I see in Qatar, the type I see in Oman, the developmental side of Islam that can turn around this country. So there are deficiencies in all the sides. Go to the southeast where the young men will not go to school. They leave primary school, jump into markets. And when they finally make all the money, it's like sand in their hand. Because you now have money, but the human being is not developed. And all the beautiful girls there want to go outside and marry people that are refined. And they're angry about it. Somebody should make a law. If you don't get your GCE and your JAM, if we find you in the market, you should be arrested. That one, God has given it to them, but education is what refines a person. And when you meet the ones that are refined, they are beautiful people. They are good people. But if you remove human refinement and refinement of your values, You come to Southwest where there is a lot of educated people. Chief Awolowo laid a very good foundation, but yet a lot of poor people. They want to solve this problem. It's enterprise. Enterprise. Harvard University is now studying this enterprise and apprenticeship system of the South is now a course. People are taking it, and Nigerians who should benefit first because of tribalism, cultural blindness, are not benefiting. Is that Jewish phenomenon that you read in your Bible? When your brother serves you 6 years, at the 7th year, you release him, and when it's time to release him, you don't look for loan in a bank, because that apprenticeship and enterprise system solves the problem of startup capital. You don't look for loan in the bank, because he only learns the business maybe for 3-4 years. Then another 2 years is to build the capital he will use. So when he finishes, he shares the money with his boss. The company that he has served takes a portion, he takes the other portion to go and launch his new enterprise. This is the Jews. That's how the Jews. Now today we talk about non-interest banking and all that. Yes, there is nothing like non-interest. I see some of them abroad when I travel, and I know that something has to be done about this. Maybe the former generation, last 60 years, we have done that. You cannot let your child again, no matter what it is that he wants to be, let him go through school, get education first. The former area, the riverine area, I was in Calabar last week, I think. Oh my God, when we landed and we started driving, I just felt like I was in Bahamas. And Bahamas, black people, most of the Caribbeans are black people, here black people, and that same atmosphere, the greenery, the lush beauty of nature, because that's where the tourism potential is highest. They control most of our sea and waterways. Thank God that Lagos also has it and all of that, but too much of commercial activities and buildings not allowing us here to harness tourism. Thank God for the Eco-Atlantic City anyway. Our beaches are bare, and we travel from here to Dubai, travel from here to Bahamas, travel to different parts of the world, Florida and the rest of them, to go and see wonders where Bahamas, most of their foreign exchange is coming through tourism. And you see our south, and the only thing we see there is the oil. That's not it. South is the spice God put on this tree to keep us. Salt, when you finish, you put all the ingredients, but without salt, the soup will not come out. That's how salt. So the only thing we see there is the oil. We don't see anything in human beings. Our head is focused on natural resources. We don't see anything in human resources. That is our cultural headquarters. Arts and culture. Even when you give birth to a little child now, comedy, entertainment, everybody now wants to be worry boy. Have you noticed that every comedian now goes worry? Music, dances, even when they are fighting. And that's where they did Wazobia for us. They did some form of, I don't know whether it's not Wazobia. They did something for us and created our own version of English. They took what the white man brought one from Africa, mixed it, and came out with a soup. The rest of us can also speak broken. But broken, no, they sweet like the one from South. Hospitality is the home of hospitality. It's the home of culture. It's the home of arts. It's the home of tourism. And there are 100 times, 1,000 times more money in that than in our oil. Thank God for what the entertainment industry, Nollywood, has done. Helped to employ a lot of young people, to take a lot of people out of the street and all of that. We are just scratching the surface. And remember, whatever each group have, they are supposed to give to the rest. You don't enter a soup as salt and keep your salt. No, you contribute that so that the meat will taste well, onumu will taste well, gusi will taste well, the okra will taste well, the wedu will be sweet, and then all the other ones bring their own to not, because leave them alone, they cannot make the soup. My job is healing. My job is super glue. My job is opening of eyes. My job is to get us where we launch a love revolution, so that the things written in our national anthem can become real. Unity, peace, prosperity, and all of the other elements, justice, and the rest of it. Because to get peace, you have to have justice. To get prosperity, you need peace. So justice will create peace, and peace will create the environment for prosperity. Is somebody hearing what I'm saying?
My country people, we move to the next one. This our brother don't talk. He say why Tinubu not come to the conference? Why is assigned somebody may come? He said na so Buhari do that time. They also make Buhari come conference go the sign person they go. He say make this thing make it stop. He say they only know by themselves because they want enter power. They go to do something. At the end when they don't enter power already, they know they do what it's supposed to do. He can't talk boku many things inside. He say make we Nigerians, if we want vote, me not vote for person wey dey strong, person wey dey healthy, person wey una know say if una need am, the person dey there for una. May una not look face. He say cause they are so they want enter. He say cause now we get power to talk. He say if they don't enter already, we not get power again to talk. He say cause that time their leg everything don't reach ground. But now this is what he talk.
For
we move to the next.
not to be present.
That's what I wanted to say.
That his absence spoke a lot. And
That's
his presence
exactly
is so much needed.
That's exactly what the question I wanted to ask. Why would Bola Tinubu delegate somebody to a conference of that magnitude if he's there? We are going to be seeing a president who will be delegating his duties to the vice president all through the 4 years if he wins. That's what we are going to be seeing, because we have not even started, and we started delegate this kind of conference. Lawyers, are you saying that he's too big to come and talk to lawyers, or maybe he cannot talk to lawyers and you want to be my president? Because the lawyers, as he comes, we are analyzing you, and why would you send your vice president? Atiku came, we saw Atiku was there, Obi was there. So what kept Tinubu away? Is he sick? Is he in Nigeria? Where is he? Which important engagement is more than that MBA conference? There's no other engagement for that day. There should not be, even for the president of Nigeria. Previously, presidents of Nigeria comes. They come to address us. You must come to address us. They come because we are critical stakeholders in Nigeria. In fact, the lawyers are the ones that perpetuate them in power. The lawyers help them to stay in power, one way or good or bad. Yes, it's the lawyers that help them to stay in power. So why would you neglect them? A whole lawyer, you say you won't come to their conference, or it's never done anywhere. Something is wrong somewhere. We are going to be seeing a president that will be delegating everything and all that and all that. Remember, Buhari had that antecedent in 1984 when he was president. But Buhari is naturally a quiet person, but quiet and firm. The Buhari I know, quiet and firm and unbendable. Straight. That's how he is. That was why Idiabo stole the show the first time. We saw the same thing repeat itself in the past 8 years. We didn't see much of Buhari. And is it what we are going to face again? A president that will be sending people, for me, is unacceptable. I don't know why he was not there. Was he sick? If he was sick, they should have told us. I don't know what Shetima told them, the excuse he gave, where he went to. Which country did he go to? Did he go to another country to attend their own bar conference or whatever? If you can't do that. For me, all of them are saying the same thing. But what we are talking about, none of them have given the solution. What all of them ended up saying is that if you elect me, that was what we had in 2015. We had the same thing in 2019. If you elect me, I will do this. Like you said, they said in 2015, the APC told us that they were going to make dollar to be 1 naira, and they are going to, in 6 months, it'll be 1 year, if they don't make power available, we should chase them away. That was Fashola that said that. Then again, you also remember in 2012, Jonathan told us when he was removing the subsidy from diesel, that diesel was going to crash to 1 naira 50 kobo and all that. What has happened? They removed subsidy. People didn't remember. Jonathan was the person that completely removed subsidy from diesel. Today, diesel is unreachable. You can't buy diesel. 800, 1,000. I have packed my diesel generator. I've not been using it for like 4-5 months now. Ever since the diesel went out of reach, I went back to petrol to begin to use the petrol that was costlier. So that is how these people can lie. Not just this government, all of them lies.
Right.
All they want to do, they are seeking for employment. And when I immediately employ them now, they become lion. They overpower me. That's what has been happening with former presidents. Immediately they come now, they become lion. They are unreachable. Common House of Assembly member, common Senate, common, what do you call them again? These people that at local government level, not even the chairman. Councillors. My councillor, you can't even call they won't pick again. But when they are coming looking for employment now, that is why I tell you Nigerians, now that you have the power to employ the person you want, please employ somebody that is what? Healthy, somebody that is agile, somebody that is able to do, that has done something before that we can see. All of them have done something before, but the one that have done best, let us look at that person and employ that person. Look at it that we are employing presidents. So employment, come to me. Let us ask them, interview them, and employ them. That's what we want to do. We have the power now. After now, you won't reach them again.
My country people, the other one also talk say Peter Obi, before he move to another party, most of them they don't know before he move to that place. He said Peter Obi fans, they campaign one way or another for Tinubu, they don't know. He said because Peter Obi, they need to do this thing when they did all this election, when they do so wisely. He said now make the book, the way he write, talk and say, may they really come to talk. He said because as people they say now Obi go win, now this one go win. He said one way or another, now Tinubu now they campaign for. I mean, I listen to the person.
Watching now, today I want to explain to you guys why Peter Obi is inadvertently working for Tinubu. Now, he's not doing this deliberately, it's inadvertently. See, you have to understand that some people in Nigeria, they are strategists. They understand how different people behave. So they've looked at the average Peter Obi supporter, and then they know that these are people that are given to hysteria. Now, what's hysteria? Hysteria is excitable and uncontrollable emotion. Now, don't be offended when you hear this. You see, people all over the world, every ethnicity, every race, they have a significant factor. You see, even if you read John chapter 1, verse 47, when Christ saw Andrew, he called him, he said that at last, an Israelite in whom there is no deceit. Why? Because Jews are known to be shrewd. So, people, every ethnicity has, one or two characteristics. Now, they've looked at these people and they understand that these are people that are easily mobilizable, but then they're given to mass hysteria. And there is something behind this. The man who actually pushed Peter Obi to run is not even from the Southeast. I know his name. I'm not going to expose him here because he's a man that we respect. Look, if you read my writings, I had predicted, not prophesied, predicted, because I looked at the politics of Nigeria over a year ago that Tinubu was going to get the APC ticket. Now, I'm not the only one who saw that far ahead. These are people, they saw it far ahead. And then they knew that Atiku was also going to get the PDP ticket. Now, people like me and some other people who are close to Waziri Atiku were trying to push an Atiku Obi ticket. And they saw that if that ticket comes again in 2023, it would win. And they didn't want it to win. They wanted Tinubu to win. So they devised a strategy, talk to this man, beguile him, and then make him think that he can win. And if you see, look at his supporters. First and foremost, he said, no, he's going to win the PDP primary. Nothing. You will be shocked. You will be shocked. That was it was a particular word they were using. You will be shocked. You will be shocked. At the end of the day, it was obvious he was not going to win. He left the party. Now he's going to the Labour Party. And again, they're saying he's going to win. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. That's the hysteria talking. Because what happens with hysteria is that it suppresses logic. Now, they're saying that Peter Obi is going to win. Even if everybody in the Southeast votes for Peter Obi, how many polling units are in the South? It's about 21,600. How many registered voters are in the South? It's about 11.49 million. Let's take the Northwest alone. The Northwest has 41,671 polling units and then 22.6 million registered voters. That is twice the polling units of the Southeast and then twice the voting numbers of the Southeast. So some people are saying, if every South state will vote for Peter Obi, come on, that is delusion. It's just a delusion. It's not going to happen. Some of them are saying that he's going to win in Lagos, he will win in Kanu, he will win in the North Central. These are also delusions. It's not going to happen. If you Eliminate the hysteria, and then you sit down and you look at the political realities in Nigeria. It's not going to happen. This election is actually between Bola Tinubu and Waziri Atiku Abubakar. And the people who pushed Peter Obi to run, they are backers of Tinubu. They wanted a situation whereby they wanted to give Bola Tinubu an edge. But you guys are not going to, they did not tell you. If you look at the interview that Waziri Atiku Abubakar gave to the, I think it was Arise TV, he said Peter Obi did not even consult him before he left the PDP and went to go and join the Labour Party to contest. He didn't even consult him. It is a classic move. In the military, it's called divide and conquer. Divide and conquer, because the votes Peter Obi is going to get are likely going to come from the southeast. And these are areas that never, ever, ever vote for the APC. Where did they normally vote? Traditionally, they vote for the PDP. So the whole idea was to take votes from the PDP and make sure that Bola Tinubu wins. I urge you, think about what I'm saying. I'm saying this out of love for Nigeria. My name is Ronald Mokri, and I thank you for watching.
My country people, now do wanna take watch this video to the end. Waiting I think about this video. I pay me and leave us comment. Or return that subscribe. And those who watch for the first time, we all of us we appreciate and I want to follow us every time. And because of honor, now make our video they travel to country, state to state, nation to nation, village to village, city to city. My country people, on do well. I've been at today been first time they see us every time with the travel, with the stroll, with the run they go. I don't forget to subscribe and follow us and leave us comment and then subscribe and the support us to go see for our next video. My country people, may not remember.